Okay. I was wondering what she was gonna do.
Yeah, I was like, where are we going with this?
And I mean, this is
Great day to play. Great day to play.
It's a great day to play, everybody. Welcome on into the channel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Whether it's your first time here, you were joining us, thank you for being here with us today. You are loved, appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are...
Enough.
You know what else you are?
What?
Happy Fools.
Happy Fools. That's the name of the song.
That's the name of the song, yeah, see? This is TXT. We're here today with TXT, Happy Fools, as we continue on with the TXT EP journey. It's a lot of E sounds.
TXT EP journey.
TXT EP journey.
TXT EP.
Did you hear we're like in the syncopato on that too?
Yeah.
Wow.
We are in a boy band together.
Isn't that kind of fun to say?
Yeah, it's more of a boy duo.
Yeah, it's not really a band. And it's kind of like not really a boy band anymore either. I don't think we have many boyish, maybe the way we behave, but I don't think that our looks are very boyish anymore.
It's more of a man-make music group.
Sure.
Not that much of a, there's not really a ring to that.
Yeah, there's not. A man musical. A man, you know what? Put it down below. What do you think a man group should be? Because we're getting too old to look like boys.
Yeah.
So what would a man group be? It's gotta be, you gotta get rid of the facial hair. We actually both, I guarantee if we both, I haven't shaved in a while, but when I do shave, it's 10 years.
Mine's more
I would have to
3.
imagine that yours, is it only 3? You keep yours pretty short though.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what you guys came here for, right? You're happy fools listening to us talk about facial hair. Anyway, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow along with our journey, check out our live stream Saturdays, noon Central Time, and you can check out our music on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Without further ado, let's go.
We're on a cruise ship?
Okay. Girl from Ipanema? That's kind of what it feels like to me.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta say something real quick. Who's expecting that backing beat to then work into what it worked into?
It just goes to show that you can take any type of music that's ever been made ever and just put a beat on it and it's all right.
I will say this.
And it's a vibe.
K-pop is getting me in trouble at school. So recently, because I'm almost done. I'm completely almost done. But our most recent one was something I wasn't used to. We had to do a commercial. So it was a trailer for a movie, a trailer commercial, but we had to do everything from the ground up. So they gave us that. They gave us what, the filmmaker wanted. And then you had to go back, submit a sound script to them of what you wanted. So you went back and forth with the whole class. That's what it was. And then when I was finally doing the music, because you have to create all the original music for it, for the intro part, I created this piece of music and it was kind of upbeat, but it had this really cool jazz bass in the background, boom, 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 boom. But the front part was kind of upbeat. I was like, oh, I kind of like the way that feels together, But normally we wouldn't hear those things. So when I submitted, I got put back and yeah, it's a jazz beat on top of an upbeat thing, might not be the best thing to go together, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I've actually been getting that a lot in my classes where because I want to be so experimental. And to me, I'm dude, this sounds freaking awesome.
Right.
But I forget that sometimes that they're you
Yeah.
have a pattern, and that's the Western influence.
Right.
Yeah, that's the Western influence in it. And there is no doing it right in music. There's no doing it right in music.
No, there's not.
It's however it makes you feel. So it just was making me think this is when I heard that come in, I was like, oh, yeah.
Do it the way my ears remember. I don't like new ear sounds.
And now they're gonna watch this, and I'm gonna have an F.
Yeah,
all
probably.
Ooh. It's go ahead.
No, I was thinking about all their different voices. So I unlike Josh, I can't remember everyone's name, nor can I pronounce it. So I usually try not
I actually
to,
don't know most of the guys from TXT. I couldn't tell you their names by heart.
So Byung-gyu, that's pretty close. Right?
Bomgyu, yep.
And Taejun?
Which one? All the way on the
next
left?
to him.
Oh, Taeyeon.
Oh, ooh, sorry. I tried.
It kind of looks like a J. Well, it's hard to. We're guys. We're really far behind the screen, so it's hard to see.
Their voices are super similar. Like they're like as it was going back and forth, which is super awesome. Whoever made this, unless did they make it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's cool.
They're under Hybe.
Okay, that's cool because like I wouldn't have known because their voices are so similar. But the way that they put them in the mix is a perfect spot for them.
It's funny that you mentioned that because one of the things that I was going to talk about was the fact that at one point it sprung from like 4 different members. It went 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like went right across. But there wasn't a huge difference. But like I've heard them enough where I know, and I've heard them live, where I do know that there's pretty large differences in each of their voices.
Right.
So it's just really good mixing.
Yeah.
Of like that they figured out how to make like, and I'm sure that they're probably like, oh, can you do this a little bit differently to sound like it?
Right.
But like they do have very different characters in their voice. So it's just very cool to see that like consistently in these groups, they can find a way to make the voices just blend perfectly.
Yeah. Subin, he has a very
Subin.
Warm voice.
Yes. Yeah.
It's very warm. I like it.
It's a good hook too.
Gucci coats and kisses, you should know that I'm expensive. I take a trip from Cali, now my rollie on Korean time. Foreign came a lemon, I just wanna live my life. Yeah, I like red roses, but I'd rather you come spend some time. HAPPY, we go out like the moon. TXT and Leray, get it poppin' like balloons. We gon' party every day, living like some happy fools, doing what we wanna do. Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering what she was gonna do.
I was like, where are we going with this?
And I mean, this is kind of reminiscent of like when Sway Lee did the Spider-Man song. Kind of just like it's not a bad verse at all. Like she actually had a couple cool bars in there.
Yeah.
But it's a PG verse.
Yeah.
But like that's the kind of stuff that makes it on Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, you know what I mean? Like I liked that verse. It was a PG verse that still was like very well written.
Yeah. And we don't care here, right? It's like, oh, they're saying F-bombs every other word. That's fine. Put it on pop radio and sell it to 11-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
But in Korea, it's very different. Like that's not the way that it works. So like it's very cool. And I think that also though requires you to be more of a wordsmith.
Yeah.
Right? It takes a little more work when you have to, like when you can't just throw something in there, you know, a swear or something like that's going to give it the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to give it kind of like the dirtiness or the grunginess without actually having to think about the words that you're using.
Yeah,
you know? I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you are.
But it's just like, it takes a lot more thought to do that and for it to still seem cool and not too cheesy.
Right.
You know? That's cool.
Wow. The mix on that was super
I was gonna
good.
say they did such a good job mixing in her voice with theirs.
We're running into the same so it's reminiscent of what we're doing, that cover that we're doing, the SB19 cover.
Yeah.
Where we have me doing we recorded with me doing that lower vocal that I'm like, ugh, sounds bad. But if it's mixed correctly, you know, it can be done it can be done right. All those high ones that were.
Yeah.
It's
Just a lot of work.
Yeah, but it gives me, like, when I listen to something like this, I go, okay, not only can it be done, but then I kind of listen to what's going on tonally to make that happen. And it's like, okay, scoop this, take this out, blah, blah, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you can really, it's like people, this is super inside baseball, but for people like us, the people that produce things, you listen to something and it tells you a story of how it got done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you listen to what's going on sonically, you're like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was trying to do this, that, and the other thing, and it's not how it's done. Very cool.
Yeah, it just reminds me because we on Twitter, people were kind of saying, you know, they were listening to some live performances and we were talking about a previous group of how all the things you can actually do live. But then a lot of people just don't realize the amount of work that goes into these songs now.
Yeah.
Like it's not as simple as you just record it and it's somebody with a great voice, because it's not just about having a great voice anymore. Like there's a lot of people that don't have great voice, but even if you do have a great voice, it doesn't necessarily fit with the person next to you. Right? There are times where you and I do songs where like it's in our pocket, right? I think about Bonnie.
Yeah.
Bonnie was right in both of our pockets. So our vocals like lined up perfectly over each other. It was a sweet spot.
Right.
But there's plenty of songs that we do where our vocals are so different that like to get them to go together, it takes so much processing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of work that goes into it to make all of that work, especially when you start having 6, 7, 8, 9 people that you're doing it with.
Right. And then to get them to not only fit in the mix, but to get them to all kind of sound what they do, especially with some of these boy groups, is that they don't make them sing the same, but they make them sound very similar.
Right.
So in order for me to get you to sound like me, it'd be a completely different a vocal chain in order to get that to even come close to happening. I have a very biting vocal. Like all my stuff is very biting and it needs to be compressed much more than yours. Yours kind of comes out compressed. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's crazy.
It's so cool though. It's so cool when we nerd out about it. So we're glad that you guys like nerding out with us. Don't forget, if you haven't already, leave your comments down below. We do love reading them. Give us some more info about the song and the EP. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you already haven't. Check out our live stream Saturdays, noon Central Time, both on YouTube and Twitch. And if you haven't already, check out our music on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. If nobody told you that they love you today, don't forget that we love you. You're appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are enough. And last but certainly not least,
It was a great day to play.
thanks guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye.